So we just got the season finale of Debris on NBC last week, and it leaves us with a lot more questions than answers.
I'm going to tell you something I shouldn't. Something you are not going to believe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, and this is Film Flare, where we discuss anything and everything that makes film and television great. So be sure to subscribe, and let's talk about a great show. Now, if you haven't watched the show yet, NBC's Debris follows a pair of government agents, one CIA, the other MI6, who end up working together to investigate fallen pieces of an alien spacecraft that are causing mysterious effects on people around the world.
We work for a division of the government that investigates scientific anomalies.
Now, not every little thing in the show makes sense, and it really doesn't have to for this premise to work. The very nature of the show is humans trying to make sense of something completely outside of our realm of understanding.
We can't comprehend what is going on in there. We're not meant to.
And impossibly unknowable.
And I honestly think that if they showed our main characters just outright solving every single mystery, it would have taken away from the fantastical element that the show is based on. Instead, both our characters and by proxy the audience are able to learn just enough to make it through the case of the week and move on with a marginally better understanding than we had going in. From the start, the episodic mysteries week to week were really a strength for the show. And besides just having these mysteries on their own, every one of them had a significant impact to the people involved with them as well. This show could have very easily become very repetitive without that element to the story. But with it, we get some really interesting stories revolving around this debris and its impact on the people who find them. Another thing I really liked about the show was how it explored our main characters' stories in meaningful ways that impact the present day story as well. While the show sometimes does just outright tell us Finola's backstory as it connects with the present day, sometimes stopping just shy of info dumping, we come to know a lot more of Brian's story in a much more organic way. We get brief glimpses behind Brian's battle-hardened facade in a number of episodes, and even get an entire episode dedicated just to a major event in his life. He and his partner are really different people with different outlooks on the future of this alien technology, but they work really well together opposite each other in moving the story forward. I also liked how both of their individual bosses were just playing chess against each other and a third-party organization while using our main characters as their pawns. It helped add higher stakes to the story when our main characters become more and more distrustful of their own governments and decide to branch off on their own to get to the bottom of everything.
I can't trust Ferris. And you can't trust Maddox.
The only thing that I know for sure is that something is going on that both of us don't even understand. We need to trust each other. That is the only way we're going to find out answers.
But midway through the season, that element of the story just kind of went away, and it really became a non-factor in the progression of the story, which is really just indicative of a pattern regarding the show's writing throughout the season. Some of the family storylines also didn't feel as impactful as I think they were meant to be, like with Maddox and his disabled son. All the audience learns from those few scenes is that the weight of his job is stressing his marriage and his family, and although he may seem to be in complete control at work, he's much less so at home.
I know how important it is for you to control the fate of the world, what it takes from you.
And while it does add just a little bit more depth to his character, it really does nothing for the overall story. The show did occasionally hint that he wasn't as forthcoming as he was initially believed to be, besides just being in the duplicitous intelligence game, and I first predicted that he was trying to back channel some debris to help his son, which I thought would make for a really interesting storyline, but it really came a bit too little too late to make the audience care about his character or the situation. Another family member I didn't fully understand the point of was Finola's sister Dee Dee. She really just kind of felt unnecessary, only having a scene or two in the first few episodes that really went all the same way. And then she was just completely forgotten in the back half of the season. I think the idea for her sister back home constantly reminding Finola of her broken family could have been a really strong story point, but there's just nothing really compelling about her or her relationship at all, especially when she just disappears from the story altogether.
Dad is the one that left us in this hole, okay? Because I am going through the same exact thing you are.
Dad would never do this.
Yes, well, he did.
Dee.
I really did think the show had a lot of strengths going for it, from the characters to the mysteries, but it all just felt like the writers never really quite knew how to put it all together, especially in the back half of the season. It was like the show introduced too many elements and had trouble juggling them all in a way that made sense. The show started off strong, but then just kind of lost steam and fizzled out. And then there was a season finale, which felt just like any other episode. Outside of 1.5 big revelations, there's really nothing too eventful that happens at the end of the season, and then the show is just unceremoniously over, going out with a whimper instead of a bang. And as a result, there are just too many plot threads left open. Some were unresolved, and others were straight up forgotten. I really did think the show had a lot of potential at the start of the season, but unfortunately, it was just never able to put it all together in a meaningful way. And with the series' quick cancellation only a few days after the season finale aired, we'll never get the chance to know if the show could have pulled it all together or see how great it could have been. But what are your thoughts on Debris? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've stuck around this long, please do be sure to give this a like and subscribe for more reviews like this. We've got new content coming out every week. But until next time, have a great day and don't forget to watch a great show. Bye.
I know the debris is here for a reason. I feel it connecting us. And no matter why it's here, it's going to change us all.